I'm starting a new series called The Basics of Language. In each video, I will ask a friend who's a native speaker of a certain language to introduce that language, tell us a bit about where it's spoken, what the difference is with other languages, and teach us a few basic words that are used in that language. But since I'm a native Dutch speaker, I thought for the first video I would introduce Dutch to you by myself. To begin with, what we know as Dutch today is Standard Dutch. It was brought about around the 1950s. Before that we had different Dutch dialects, which made communication between different places in the Netherlands a bit difficult. For instance, my father told me that some places, neighboring villages, couldn't communicate with each other. You could go from one village to the other and they just couldn't understand each other. So as a response to that, it started around the 19th century if I remember correctly, but it really got a hold in the 1950s with the Standard Dutch that we know today. Besides the Netherlands, Dutch is also spoken in Belgium, Suriname, South Africa and Indonesia. In Belgium it's called Flemish, but I believe it was in the 1980s that they also started using Standard Dutch. And I think it was in 2005 that Suriname also started using Standard Dutch. In South Africa they use Afrikaans, which is based on 17th century Dutch dialects, back from when we first started colonizing them. Netherlands uses the Latin alphabet just like a lot of other Western languages like English, German or French, but there's a difference in our pronunciation. What I noticed is especially difficult for some people is our r and our h sounds. They both come from the back of the throat, near the flappy thing in the back of your mouth. The r sound is similar in some Eastern European countries or Southern European countries, especially like Poland, Italy, Spain. But instead of using the back of the throat, they use the tip of their tongue for the sound. Foreign speakers don't really notice the difference, but for us it can be pretty obvious. And the sound is also pretty typical Dutch. I haven't found anyone that speaks it the same way as us. The Germans are close, but theirs is a little bit softer. If you're interested in learning Dutch, I'll give you a few of our basic words now. Basic greeting, hello, is very similar to English, but instead of hello we say hallo. So it's an ah sound instead of an eh sound. For goodbye we say dag, thanks is bedankt. And if you want to say you're welcome or it wasn't any trouble, you can say graag gedaan, which literally would mean it was my pleasure to do it. If you want to get someone's attention or pass someone, you can say pardon. For instance, pardon, mag ik er langs is excuse me, can I pass? Sorry is again very similar to English. We say sorry. So it's the Dutch R. But if you say the English sorry, we'll understand as well. If somebody tries to say something to you in Dutch and you don't understand, you can say ik begrijp je niet, which means I don't understand you, or you can say ik spreek geen Nederlands, which means I don't speak Dutch. And finally, which I think is very important and I use it a lot whenever I'm in a place I'm not too familiar with, which is where's the toilet? And you can say waar is de wc? If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. And if you want to see future videos with different languages, I've got Chinese coming up, I've got Hindi, Italian, a lot of different languages. Make sure you subscribe and I'll post a new video like this next week. See you then. Bye!